Hello and welcome to RoboMonk Art and Tarot. I am RoboMonk. Today we are seeing how Spirit is helping you right now, today. How is Spirit giving you what you need? Maybe Spirit is testing you in some way, but always helping you. So we're going to see how that is, and maybe there's some things that you can do to help Spirit get through that period of your time or appreciate what Spirit is doing for you right at this moment. Because sometimes Spirit works in very silent ways and we aren't even aware of what's going on. So we're going to allow Spirit to come in and give us those messages and see how Spirit is helping you today. All right, so this is a pick a card. We get to choose which cards we want, which stones we want, or we can watch all three. No one is stopping you either way. But if you want to skip to a certain pile, go down in the description and there you will find the timestamps. And before we choose, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone that is viewing this video. I truly appreciate all of you. Thank you for the positivity here in this community, and I'm sending you love and light right now. All right, let's look at the piles and see which one resonates. In pile 1, we have rhodochrosite. In pile 2, we have blue calcite. And in pile 3, we have black onyx. So go ahead and see which image or stone resonates with you, and I'll see you in that pile. Hello, pile 1, and thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, we are seeing how Spirit is helping you right now. What is Spirit doing to help guide you along to your next challenge, your next blessing, your next path, your next cycle? How is Spirit helping you? We're going to listen to Spirit today. I'm going to channel the messages and images that Spirit gives me, and I will put them down for you and we will interpret them together. So, as you see, we have 6 cards here in front of us. Let's take a look. Let's see what these messages are and how they affect you. All right, let's get started. The first image that I see is one that is very beautiful. It's very heartwarming. I see you in the middle, and you are walking down a path, and all alongside it are your guides, your angels, your ancestors, and Spirit as well. They are all honoring you. They are taking the time to say that you have done a good job so far, to not be too hard on yourself, that you've made good decisions, that you are representing them well and yourself well. And it's one of those really cherished moments of just being zen in the moment and saying, this is who I am now. I want to honor that now. To have that feeling flow through you, to say that I am good enough, I am beautiful, I am who I am, and I am proud of myself. Because it is so easy. We as humans, and we must have this drive in us from our soul to aspire to be better, always better, always better. And sometimes we need to just stay in the moment and say, I am doing well, I am good enough. The next image that I see is one of a hairbrush. And this was interesting to me because Spirit gave me the meaning on this one. So it's time to get things in order and to take care of yourself, which is exactly what a hairbrush does. So if you're like me, you wake up in the morning, your hair is everywhere. You run a brush through your hair, and it starts to create order out of chaos. It starts to get the flow going. You get that tactile sensation, and you are really calming yourself down as well throughout that process, especially if you do it slowly. If you are in the moment and you see it more as a ritual, you can say, okay, I'm getting ready for the day, or you can do it at any time. You can do it at night if you want to as well. But just brushing your hair slowly, brushing your hair, and just having that tactile sensation. But as a symbol, you are getting things in order. You are taking care of yourself. This is a time of rest for you. This is a time to take stock of where you are, what you have, what you've done, and honor that. The next card that I see is one that could be confusing if you just see the image, so I'm going to explain it to you. I see you on this grassy hill, and there's a house with wings coming towards you. It's not flying away, it's actually coming towards you. This may be something that you haven't felt in a long time. A sense of being home, a sense of being safe, a sense of a surrounding of warmth and safety. And Spirit is giving this to you right now. Spirit wants you to know that it is proud of you, to give you safety, to give you that warmth, and to give you that time to really do some shadow work and take care of yourself, right? So shadow work is looking inward into your thoughts and aspirations and see where they are. See where your emotions are. See if there's anything that you need to take out. Maybe there's something causing you anger. Maybe there's something causing you pain, and you need to address that. That's shadow work, okay? So with this, Spirit is giving you this moment of safety and calmness. This house is coming towards you. You're going to feel at home with yourself and your surroundings. The next image that I see is one of a bookshelf. And there are several books on this bookshelf. But in the middle, there is one that is turned out and it has a message for you. It looks more like a letter. And Spirit is saying, reading will have a message from Spirit to you. So if there's a book on a shelf that is calling out to you, now's the time to read it. If someone says, oh, here's a book, I'd love for you to read that, read it. Because there's something in this message that is going to be very pertinent to now. And this is how Spirit is reaching you. So it's not specific since this is a general reading, but this is a way for Spirit to reach you in a general sense to say, look, there is going to be something that pops out at you. You know that feeling, right? Where you look at a bookshelf and all of a sudden a book really stands out to you. Grab that book, read it, and see what the message is that Spirit wants you to know. The fifth card, I see one of a Ferris wheel. This Ferris wheel has lots of different cars attached to it, meaning that you can get into it and it will go around and around and you can see the sights. But this Ferris wheel is split in half. The top is a light half, the bottom is the shadow half. Spirit is really reminding you about the cycles, right? The cycles. So the fact that you are taking time to honor where you are at, Spirit wants you to know that you should not take action right now because that's not the point of the cycle where you are at. You are starting a shadow phase, pile one. You are starting a shadow phase, and it is time to look inward. It is time to look where you want to go. What is your path, your motivation at this point? And dig deep into that. See where you are as far as honoring your soul path, honoring that action that is coming up. What is that next action that you want to do? But don't do it right now, because you are entering this shadow phase, this internal phase. So plan ahead, but don't do the action yet. And Spirit is saying that you are one of those cars that is just entering the bottom portion. So you have a while to plan before action is required. So that also gives you a sense of safety, a sense of calmness, and time to put things in order, which is perfect. Thank you, Spirit. The last card that I see is Spirit giving you a bowl of soup. Now, a bowl of soup usually means nourishment. It's nothing extravagant. It's very basic. It's for your basic needs to survive and get the nutrients you need. So this is soul food for you. This is something that is going to really nourish your soul and prepare you for that next action cycle. But before you get there, you need to nourish yourself, nourish your soul, plan ahead, do research into what is required of you next. But take this time. Don't rush off, or things might not turn out as you wanted them to. Just really take this time to plan ahead and nourish yourself. So pile 1, Spirit is doing a lot for you right now. You may not have realized it, but seeing this may spark something inside of you saying, wow, this is true. This is very helpful, Spirit. Thank you. So I want to thank you for being here with me today, pile 1. I want to thank Spirit for being with us today, always with us. And I hope this brings you clarity. Know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 2, and thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, we are seeing how Spirit is helping you right now. What is Spirit doing to help you today? And sometimes Spirit is really quiet about that. You are unaware of how Spirit is helping you. And so we want to really channel Spirit today to see specifically how Spirit is helping you, so we can thank Spirit and so you know the right actions to take. Maybe it's been a while since you meditated or connected with Spirit, and maybe this will prompt something inside of you to say, oh, this is it. Maybe I should meditate on this more. Okay? So here we have 6 cards here in front of us. We are going to channel Spirit. I'm going to draw the images that Spirit gives me. And sometimes Spirit talks and has messages, and I will type those out below, and then we'll interpret them all together. All right, so let's get started. The first image that I see is the Spirit hand. It's massive, absolutely massive. It's this giant hand coming in and giving you this opportunity. And I do see you with another person, a very special person, a person that means so much to you. This could be a romantic connection as well. Doesn't have to be, but if you want to claim it, please claim it. This is a person that is so connected with you and you with them. And Spirit is showing you this and saying that this is out there for you, and Spirit is actually helping you find this special person, okay? This special connection for you. The second card is one of you walking a path, but there are so many paths around you that you could take or have taken. It looks like a conjunction of spaghetti, but it's paths, it's roads that are interconnecting here, there, and everywhere. It seems like you've traveled a long ways, taken many paths to get where you are right now, and there are still many paths to go. I see a giant finger of spirit tracing out the path that you are supposed to take. You are following it. So spirit wants you to know that you are following the path that spirit has laid out for you, which is wonderful news. It seems that you may be a little fatigued at this point, wondering what's happening, what is next. There may be a little bit of mystery to not be able to see what's up in the future. But honestly, Spirit is saying, please trust me. Please trust Spirit. And even though the path is unclear right now, Spirit is getting you to where you need to go to help you find this special person. So that is something that is very comforting. Even though this person isn't in your life right now, Spirit is guiding you towards them. It seems that there are several different paths that you have to walk in order to meet this person. And some of you have already walked most of them. Some of you are just beginning. That's a general reading. But just know that you are on the right path and you are getting towards that very special person. The next image that I see is someone pulling up in a car with a flag, and they are waving this flag enthusiastically. They really want you to go to where they are going. There's some kind of an event coming up, and they want you to go. I feel like this might bring you closer to this person or someone there, and you should go to this event. There's going to be someone there that's a great connection for you down the line that will eventually bring you to this person. So if there's someone in your life that says, oh, you have got to go to this and this, great, go. Spirit is saying you should go, because that is something that will enrich your life. It's something that will set you on another path towards that special person. And you will have this connection, this stronger connection with this enthusiastic person, which Spirit believes will help you in the long run. So the next card that I see for you is one of the sun shining. The sun is all about positivity, warmth, new beginnings, and a time of positivity is coming for you, Pile 2. It truly is. It seems like you have been really trying to stay on the right path. You are on the right path, and Spirit is going to reward you for keeping on this path and just kind of trusting Spirit along the way. It seems like there is a time of positivity for you. You are in that positivity cycle at this point. So that's wonderful news, Pile 2. The fifth card that I see is one of you standing at a gap in the road. And this may be confusing because you said, Robo-Monk, you just said there's a time of positivity. Why am I getting towards a gap in the road and I look frustrated, right? Well, Spirit is saying that it is protecting you from something that would hurt you. There is something that is coming up that you are not supposed to actually take the opportunity. Now, it's not that enthusiastic person, that's fine. But there's something that you may have been trying to do and things just aren't working out, no matter how hard you try. Well, Spirit is saying that path is blocked for a reason, and it may be extremely frustrating for you right now. But you will understand in the future. You will understand why that path was blocked before, because that path is not meant for you. And even though it feels frustrating right now, it's going to lead to a more positive and better opportunity for you in the future. So there is a reason if you are trying to do something right now and the path is blocked, no matter how hard you try or what you do, it's time to turn around. It's time to do something else. And it's time to focus your energies on something else. So it may be time to do a little bit of shadow work to see what that is and connect to Spirit to see what that is. But just know that Spirit is protecting you from what was on that other side. It may have looked so positive at this point from your perspective, but Spirit knows that it wouldn't have been a good fit for you. It may have hurt you, and Spirit wants you to know that it is protecting you from that hurt. So thank you, Spirit, for protecting Pile 2, even though it looks so good right now. But yes, there is a time of positivity coming for you, so it may be time to turn around and take a different path because you want to be ready for it. You don't want to be trying to cross this gap and miss that time of positive opportunity for you because it's not at this gap in the road, it's somewhere else. Okay? The last card that I see is you on this path, and your special person is at the end. There are different things, different events that are going to lead you to this person. They may seem unconnected, but when you finally meet this person and you turn around and you say, wow, if I hadn't gone to that, I wouldn't have met that person. If I hadn't have met that person, I wouldn't have met that person or done that thing. And if I hadn't done that thing, I wouldn't have met my special person. And that's how Spirit works. It's exactly like that second card. So many intercrossing paths that you don't know yourself which one to take, but trusting Spirit will get you to that special person, will make you realize, wow, okay, I get it now. And unfortunately, we on this 3D Earth plane can't see the future very well, right? We can consult Spirit, we can see what the tarot gives us. So it's really going to be something that you trust in Spirit to get you to that person. And just taking those opportunities that resonate with you, taking those opportunities to really see how things are going, how that would help you in the future to get to that person. Okay? There's going to be a few surprises along the way, but they are going to lead you to that person, so take it in stride. So Spirit is helping you so much, Pile 2. So much. And you may not realize it right now because of that mysterious looking forward and all those different paths to take. It may seem very confusing right now, but just know Spirit is helping you so much and has a goal in mind to find that special person for you. So I hope this brings you clarity, Pile 2. And I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank Spirit for being here. And know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today we are seeing how Spirit is helping you right now. What is Spirit doing today that is going to help you now and in the future? A lot of times Spirit is so quiet about these things. Other times not so much, but sometimes it's hard to tell that Spirit is still with you and helping you on a day-to-day basis. So we are going to channel Spirit and see what the messages are. I'm going to see what images Spirit gives me and draw them out for you. And then sometimes Spirit gives me messages and I will type those out below as well, and we'll interpret them all together. So we have 6 cards here. We have 6 different opportunities for a message from Spirit. Let's see what they are and see how it helps you today. So the first image that I see is one of a wedge. This is a wedge that Spirit is putting in place. it is cutting through some of the connections that you have, some of those different cords that you have. So Spirit is cord cutting for you with some different people. So you may have realized, oh, you know what? I didn't hear from such and such a person for a very long time. There may be a reason for that. There may be a cord cutting that is happening from Spirit. Or you may be very aware that there's someone or something that has to go in your life. Well, Spirit is helping you cut those cords to make that a little bit more permanent for you, so that person does not come back, or that feeling or that event or whatever does not come back into your life. You've passed those tests and you are moving on. Spirit is helping you cut those cords. So that is good news. And Spirit is being honest and saying that, sometimes this can be painful with this process, but ultimately it will be better. Just like a surgeon has to cut and fix what's inside and then sew you back up, ultimately you will feel better, even though there is a cut happening at that initial point. Ultimately, it's for your own good. So sometimes it feels great to cut people out. Other times it feels very painful for a while, but then you start to heal, you realize what was happening, and you feel so much better. So that is just something to keep in mind as this process is going on. The next card is something that I haven't seen before, but it's very interesting. I see a platform and you are draped over this platform. It's like you are in a two-dimensional character where you are just kind of draped over this like a rug or something like that. And it seems like you have been feeling flat or uninspired lately. It's something that you cannot shake. It's something that is leaving you melancholy, with no inspiration, not a lust for life or anything like that. You are just kind of here going through the motions and you're not sure what to do about it. And Spirit is seeing you and realizing that this is the case. Now, some of this has to do with the people or the events or the emotions that you are cutting out of your life. There is something there that has been dragging you down, and that's why Spirit is coming in and cutting those cords for you, which is good, but it still doesn't mean that you have this ultimate inspiration yet. There is something that is keeping you from that, and Spirit is here to give you a couple messages about that. So let's see what they are. So pile 3, this was so absolutely phenomenal, and it really made sense to me. And this is something that rang true for me. I hope it rings true for you. So here we have you meditating, right? And it looks like you are underground. You are a little seed in the ground and you have been planted. Now what this means is you are doing shadow work. You are in the resting phase, okay? You are in the resting phase doing shadow work. But you have been acting like you should be in the action phase, doing the action, doing the work, doing things that you've already planned out. But that hasn't been the case. So to make this clearer, Spirit is saying that you should be in your shadow phase. You should be looking inwardly. There's a lot of blockages right now in your chakras that need to be cleared up before you do any action. And you've actually been going out there and trying to act and things like that, but you've felt so uninspired that things haven't been really turning out very well. And that's because you should be in your shadow phase. So Spirit is coming in and pulling you back from that action phase that's not doing very well. Spirit says, okay, it's time to enter your shadow phase. You have a lot of blocked chakras. There are things that need to be cleared up internally. So with this means that you can plan ahead. You can see what action you would like to accomplish, do research on that, see what needs to be done, but don't do the action yet. This is something that I do believe came up in one of the other piles too, so you'll want to check that out. Maybe there's a message there for you too. But this is something that is so important, and we all do this. We all try and act when we should be planning, because we sometimes are really wanting that end result now, and if it's a year from now, that's too long in our minds, right? But honestly, we need to let Spirit work. We need to have that moment of divine timing in our lives and realize that if it's not happening now, it may not be time yet for it. To enter into that shadow phase, unblock those chakras, really deal with what it is that you are uninspired about. Is it life? Is there some kind of feeling that is draining all of your energy? That is something that you will have to check out yourself, but it is draining your energy at this point. There's something there that you will have to clear out, pile 3, if you're feeling uninspired right now. But yes, you are in your shadow phase and no action is required of you right now. So you really need to think about planning, introspection, looking at your feelings and seeing what's blocked. The 4th image that I see is you looking at the sun. The sun is shining very brightly, and there's a long shadow behind you. And this goes well with card 3 here. And Spirit says, the brightest day casts the longest shadows. And I know that's from somewhere, and if somebody can tell me about where that's from, I will be appreciative. But the brightest day casts the longest shadows, and that is so true, because when we are looking at optimism or positivity around us and we are not feeling that warmth, that means there's a blockage there that needs to be looked at. So it's time for introspection. It's time to turn away from that bright sun and really look inwardly at that shadow. It's time to see what that blockage is, so then when you do turn around, when it's time for your light work, when it's time for your action phase, you can feel that positivity of the sun, you can feel that warmth and rejoice in it once more. So the 5th card here, pile 3, is a picture of a ring, and it does have a socket on the top, but there's no gem inside. So Spirit is saying right now you are a ring without a jewel. Now this could be taken as a negative, but it's not at all. Spirit is reminding you that this is a great opportunity, a wonderful opportunity to find the jewel you want to put inside this ring. What's going to inspire you? What's going to motivate you into your next cycle? What is it that you want to accomplish here on this 3D Earth plane? And if you don't have those answers, now's the time to find out. Now's the time to do that shadow work and really start to plan ahead. So the fact that you don't have a cracked jewel in there, there's nothing wrong with your ring. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your soul. There's just an opportunity to fill in with this beautiful gem into this empty socket. So what is that beautiful gem to you? Spirit is actually going to help you find it. As in this 6th card here, I see Spirit coming down with this gem and placing it in that empty socket and really helping you motivate and get out there into your action phase. So look for signs from Spirit on what it is that motivates you. Don't limit yourself. Don't say, oh, that's silly. That would never work. It's time to cast out all of those limits and just see what really inspires you. But Spirit is going to help you along the way to find your brightest jewel yet. So that's a wonderful message from Spirit, Pile 3. Wow. Wow. So I hope this brings you clarity, Pile 3. I want to say thank you for being here with me, and thank you so much, Spirit, for being here with us today. Know that you're loved, know that you're blessed, and I'll see you next time.